nothing worse than being at odds with yourself. It starts mentally and then it slowly grows into physical issues that you see day to day. So you'll be waking up and you're thinking to yourself, I don't feel like doing none of this work. I kind of don't feel like I'm seeing results or anything like that. And like I spoke on another video, that contempt for the nature, the higher nature that you're growing into, you're moving with, starts to grow, right? And you look at the work that you're doing as pointless. And so you start to develop contempt, and it makes it easier to physically stop doing the work that's necessary to get you to where you want to go. Once the weight of self-contempt starts to bear down on you, I'm going to tell you this is exactly where you're at in your journey. You're at the point where you need to start doing the shadow work. And that's the answer that no one really will tell you, because most people shy away from it. I'm no different. I remember when I first had to start doing that work on myself, it was something that I really did not like to do, because you really are accessing the most negative parts of your nature. Uh, you're going back and you're doing work with some of your worst memories, like your traumas and stuff like that. The memories where you introduce some of the worst behavior that you have now into your daily life. At this point, I'm going to be honest with you, because most people won't be. You have two choices. You can evolve or you can concede. Shadow work is much like any other addiction, because once you figure out how to do it, it does feel good. But unlike most addictions, it's a good one. But like most addictions, first it hurts, then you can't stop. And you know what I mean? Like, if you ever smoked a blunt or something like that, or drank whiskey or anything, first time you consume whiskey, it burns the fuck out of your throat. You smoke, you know what I'm saying, a blunt, it kind of fucks with your throat and shit like that. But then you can't stop. You know, and shadow work is really like that. Those that do that work on themselves, though, will tell you that it is a hell of a mission to accomplish on your self improvement journey. And once you master the art of it, it's something that you go towards, because you realize that most of your problems in your day to day life can be solved through shadow work. And I'm gonna explain. It's about having a method to the madness. And I spoke on it in one of my earlier videos about meditation. You have to have, they're like buoys. You know what a buoy is in the water? It's like a marker that you use if you ever start drowning or something like that. You go swim to it and grab onto it, and it can keep you afloat, right? The lifelines. You have to have mental buoys, like a color that you think of and you bring forth in your mind, a location, a sound, even that you bring forth in your mind whenever you start doing this work, and you start to drift, your mind starts to travel. Those random thoughts distract you, because the thing about shadow work is your mind has placed barriers around these memories. And the reason it does that is because it's protecting itself from more emotional damage. When you go about this, you have to have a method to it. You have to know, A, what you're going to be addressing with yourself, and B, you have to have mental lifelines in your head that you know that you're going to, when you recognize you've trailed off of what you're supposed to be thinking about, you can come to, right? You can refocus yourself, and that's it. I say it a lot on this channel. A lot of self-improvement is mental. The only person you can be 100% honest with is yourself. So you should feel no remorse for attacking your demons. It's just you versus you. Does that make sense? You're the only person that you can really berate to yourself, and it's like, no, you gotta get this shit together. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to hold nothing back with yourself. So when you access these memories, like, really be brutally honest with yourself and take everything that you're seeing and realize that you're gonna have to purge it completely. Most of your bad behavior, you're gonna have to purge it completely, bro. This is the fapping, this is the laziness, this is the, you know what I'm saying, self-contempt. This is the lack of confidence. Like whatever you're going back to access, bro, you're gonna have to attack it. You're gonna have to attack it. And for however long it takes, you're gonna have to sit with the thoughts. Whether it takes some minutes, whether it takes some days, whether it takes years, until you purge these negative traits, these negative qualities from your nature, you're gonna feel at odds with yourself. But this is the answer to it. It's called shadow work. Once you've done this work on yourself, first thing that you will notice is that the weight of the world isn't so damn heavy. And as a man, I know 18 to 20 to 24, 25, right? These are odd years. Really everything before now has been pretty much odd. If you're watching my channel, we're more alike than you think. So I can honestly say that things have been a whole lot of normal in my life up until this point. And if you can relate to that, you know that these years have definitely been fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? Going through college, the end of high school, graduating, and really getting your feet wet with knowing that you have agency for the first time in your life. It's a weird period. And so you know how daunting it can be sometimes. But when you do this shadow work on yourself and you get those negative traits purged from your nature, shit doesn't seem so damn bleak. You know what I mean? And I know you feel me. Like shit doesn't feel so bleak. It isn't that things are bleak, but they don't feel bleak. You know what I'm saying? Up here, it isn't just a fucking deluge of shit. You know what I mean? Like just negative ass thoughts. Yes, that's the first thing you're gonna notice, bro. Your mind's gonna be a lot more fucking clear, and you're gonna look in the mirror. You're actually gonna like what you see. Fuck the muscles that you be like, bro. I've been an athlete for forever, bro. Fuck the muscular frame. I want to be okay up here, and I hope that that's what you want as well. You don't just want to look good. You want to feel and be actually okay. If somebody asks you, "Hey, you good, bro?" You can honestly say, "Hell yeah, bro. I've been straight." The second thing you're going to notice is that you're going to become okay with the hard truth that the only thing you can control in this world is you. And the reason that up until the point that you do all the shadow work on yourself, that everything feels so it's irritating. You haven't yet gotten yourself under control. So when stuff happens, it's like you know within your heart of hearts that you aren't the best version of yourself yet. So something could still be your fault. Once you do that work on yourself, bro, you know for a fact that you're moving right. And if something goes wrong, you know you have done or you have been doing everything within your power to get the results that you want. And if something doesn't go your way, then it's probably not for you. That's why I said in the older video, when you know you're supposed to be doing something, when God has called you to do something, you won't typically see much strife. There will be hiccups and speed bumps. But my guy, you're going to get what you want. You're going to get it relatively quickly because you're just on the right path. From this, you will understand that you have the strength to accept the things you can't change. And that's scripture. You have to have the wisdom to accept the things that you can't change about the world. When we're building a platoon of Stoics who can go about this modern world, especially in the West, in a way that we're maneuvering life in a way that up here we have steel traps. There isn't much that's going to be able to rattle us. And if it does, then it's probably something that we should be paying attention to, because it must be a hell of a fucking problem for it to rattle people who have the mentality that we're building here. Does that make sense? On your self-improvement journey, I really hope that you do this shadow work on yourself, because it is of the utmost importance. You won't be able to get everything done on your path if you don't do this work. You can lift all the weights you want. You can learn how to talk as nice as you want. You can fuck as many bitches as you want. But bro, until you do this shadow work and this you clear out the shit that's up here, none of it's gonna matter. None of it's gonna matter. You're gonna be spinning your wheels.
This is all just some more cold game, some free game that you're gonna be needing on your self-improvement journey. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, on your self-improvement journey, keep your chin up, your chest out, and always keep it pushing.